Have you ever woken up feeling invisible, like your light just isn't strong enough to brighten even your own path? Maybe it feels like everything you do goes unnoticed, while others seem to shine so much brighter than you ever could. Today, let me tell you a moral story that goes straight to your heart. It's a wisdom tale about two completely different beings, one up in the sky, one right here on Earth, who discovered something amazing about the power of little lights. And once you hear their emotional story, you'll understand how your light, even if it feels small, just might be exactly what someone needs to find their way back home. Hang in there with me till the end, because this is a story with lesson that will show you. It's not about how big your shine is, it's about the courage to shine even when it feels dark. Once upon a time, on a quiet night when even the world seemed to slow down, there was a lonely star gazing down at Earth with the kind of eyes that see deep beneath the surface. Way up in the endless American sky, among millions of other stars, she shined with a kind of bittersweet light that most people never notice. While her fellow stars seemed to compete for who could shine the brightest, she preferred to just watch. There was something about her that made her feel every joy and every pain that floated up from the world below, almost like she could hear silent prayers rising up on the wind. That same night, down in the heart of a midsummer forest, a little firefly was flying low among the grass. But he wasn't like the others. While his family danced joyfully through the humid air, he kept to the shadows, hiding between the leaves, convinced that his glow was far too weak to ever make a difference. "Why try to shine if no one even notices?" he whispered sadly, carrying the weight of someone who's already given up dreaming. Sometimes, when he looked up at the glowing stars, he would sigh, "If only I could be like them, so sure of their shine, so important." But right at that moment of deep doubt, something magical happened. The star, with her sensitive heart, heard that tiny sigh. As if recognizing a pain she'd felt herself, she tilted her light and looked straight at him. Sometimes the universe finds a way to connect special souls, even when one is in the sky and the other is here on Earth. A gentle light began to wrap around the firefly. It wasn't a burning light. It felt more like a cozy hug for a tired spirit. The star decided to speak, and her voice wasn't made of sound, but of warmth that could be felt in his heart. "Hey," said the star, her words soft and kind, "do you know there are places only your light can reach?" The firefly froze in midair, surprised. Never before had a star spoken to him. To be honest, hardly anyone spoke to him. "My light?" he answered shyly. "It barely shows up. I don't think anyone notices." "I notice," the star replied with a gentle yet wise voice, the kind that comes from seeing the world from above. "And more than that, I really see you. You might think your light is small, but sometimes a tiny spark is exactly what saves someone lost in the dark." Something started to shift inside the firefly. A very old hope began to wake up, but he still doubted. How could something this little be important? The star kept going. "Don't underestimate what you carry inside. True light doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be honest. And you still have something most have forgotten, the innocence of someone who still cares about making a difference." Let me pause this story with message for just a second. If you're enjoying it, leave a like and subscribe. Every week I share another inspirational story to bring more hope and wisdom to your life. That same night, it seemed the universe wanted to test the star's words. Thick clouds rolled over the city park, and the peaceful breeze soon filled with the sound of distant thunder. A big summer storm was heading their way. As the animals hurried for shelter, something unexpected happened at the edge of the woods. A little boy, who'd slipped away from her parents during an evening stroll, now found herself completely lost. Alone, scared, surrounded by shadows that grew denser with each clap of thunder. The rain started as a drizzle, then turned into heavy drops hitting the ground like busy little fingers. The boy shivered, not only from the cold, but from a deep fear only a lost child understands. Her eyes searched the darkness for help, but everywhere was confusion. Right in this darkest, scariest moment, the tiniest spark of light appeared through the dripping leaves. It was him, the Firefly who'd always thought he didn't matter. He was scared too, his heart thumping out of rhythm. But the star's voice echoed in his mind like a promise he just couldn't break. There are places only your light can reach. What happened next was extraordinary. Even though his wings trembled, the Firefly chose to be brave. He floated low and flashed his gentle glow right in front of the boy's eyes. He opened them wide. It wasn't much, but it was hope. It was proof he wasn't alone. Slowly he got up, wiped the rain and tears from her face, and began to follow that tiny light, flickering like a whisper of hope slicing through the darkness. Little by little, the Firefly showed him roots and puddles, helping him pass tricky spots with his soft spark. And with every little flash, something magical took place. His light grew brighter, more confident. It was as if he finally found his true purpose. He guided him carefully through the trees and slippery stones, until, at last, they reached the main park path, where the boy's parents ran to her with grateful tears. In that moment, hidden underneath a wet leaf, the Firefly smiled. Not because anyone clapped for him or told him thank you, but because for the first time in his little life, he understood a big truth. His light had a special purpose, and it was exactly the right size to make miracles happen. The storm passed, like all storms do, leaving the air cleaner and the world feeling new. The sky above, once covered by heavy clouds, slowly cleared like curtains opening after the end of a beautiful play. The stars twinkled back into sight, as if silently cheering for the best performance of the night. And right among them, shining brighter than ever, was the star, the same one who'd planted a seed of courage in the Firefly's heart. From above, she saw it all. How bravery grew, kindness showed itself, and a little spark saved a life. When the sky was finally clear, she glowed extra strong. It was like a cosmic smile of pride and love. Still catching his breath from the adventure, the Firefly felt her gentle warmth on him. He looked up, and this time he didn't feel so small. "Did you see?" he asked shyly, voice shaky with emotion. "I did it." "You did," the star replied, shining with a mother's tenderness. "I told you, there are places only your light can reach. Tonight, you made a miracle happen. You saved not just a lost child, but gave hope to a whole family." The Firefly bowed his tiny head, overwhelmed. "Thank you for believing in me, even when I didn't," he said, his heart so full. And the star replied the way only stars can, with a silent glow full of pride, love, and the deep truth that every being has a role in the great play of life. That night, the sky and the earth seemed just a little closer, and two lights, one far above, one here below, knew they'd found each other for a sacred reason that went beyond chance. Now let me share the most beautiful secret of this story with lesson. The Firefly discovered something our busy world has forgotten. It's not the size of your shine that matters, but the heart with which you choose to light up the world. Think about it. How many times has your little light made a difference in someone's life? Maybe with just a sincere smile, a kind word, your steady presence in a time of chaos. Maybe you didn't even realize the impact your inspirational story can have. The star knew something it took humankind ages to figure out. Every person carries a unique light, perfect for reaching where only they can. So here's a practical bit of wisdom. Maybe instead of comparing your light to others or waiting for someone to notice you, what if you just started shining today? Not in a forced way, but by being your true self, offering what only you can bring. Sometimes the person next to you at work, on the bus, or at the grocery store is going through the darkest storm of their life. And your light, a kind word, a gentle gesture, your patient attention, might be exactly what they need to find hope again. Tell me, when was the last time you let your own light shine without fear? Is there someone you know who needs to be reminded of their power? Share this story with them. Because in a world full of darkness, we need a lot more brave fireflies. Don't forget to subscribe for the next inspirational story. And remember, your light truly matters, more than you know. Until our next story.